What is up, everyone? So in today's video, I'm going to go over some basic Turo settings for those that are either interested in starting Turo or those that are newer to Turo. I'm hopeful that this information will answer some burning questions. So we're going to get into calendar, trip preference, pricing, discounts, and I'm going to share my screen so you guys can kind of follow along. All right, so the first thing that we're going to look at will be pickup and return hours. So these are basically going to be your hours of operation. When you're available, when a guest can pick up the vehicle, when a guest can return the vehicle. So as you can see here, for me personally, I'm available 6 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. every single day, Sunday through Saturday. So I want to be as available. I want to show up in as many searches as possible. So the way to do that is to become as available as possible. So figure 6 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. is a pretty good availability there. So someone can literally book the vehicle, pick it up at 6 a.m. and return it, anytime between 6 and 11:30 p.m. So that's the first thing that I wanted to show you guys. The second thing here I want to go over is trip preference. So I'm going to go to my vehicle. And by the way, I have a 2014 BMW 5 Series. I've been a Turo host since July of last year. And as you can see here, I've had 16 trips under my belt. I'm currently an all-star host. So what that means is, you meet the metrics that Turo wants you to in terms of making your car available, committing to bookings, responding, to all guests that message you, that type of thing. But I'm gonna go over the trip preference. So what this is, as you can see here, it says book instantly, which means that someone can literally book my vehicle and get an automatic confirmation of their trip. Now, I still have the ability to cancel it. It won't look good on me if I cancel it. You don't want to have cancellations on your account. But again, most people that are booking, they probably want to be able to book it without having to wait for an approval. So that'll help with the search. When someone's searching, again, your vehicle is going to show up. And as far as advance notice, so I don't offer delivery currently. Someone is able to book the vehicle and pick it up in as early as 1 hour, and that's the shortest time that I could do here. So I can't do any shorter. So 1 hour, someone can book it, come pick it up an hour later. Usually my car is washed and ready to go. So if I do get a booking, I just got to take pre-trip photos, and we're ready to go. So it's pretty simple. Trip buffers. So what this means is, if say I get a booking and the individual returns it at 5 p.m. someone new can reserve the vehicle as early as 8 p.m. Again, based on my hours of availability, that's something that can be done. So it's giving me, so it gives us a 3-hour buffer to check out the vehicle, wash it, get it ready, and check in the vehicle for the new guest. And again, that's the quickest turnaround we can go. Now, you can always modify these as you go. So if, let's say, it's your only vehicle and you're using it, so you don't want someone to be able to come pick it up in an hour, you can just on the fly update your advance notice to, as you can see, as much as 2 days out. I wouldn't recommend it. You want to be as available as possible. You want to get those bookings. You want to get those last minute bookings. There's actually an incentive for getting last minute bookings, which we'll get into a little bit later here in the video. And as far as trip duration, so I have it as short as possible, any, long as possible, any. So meaning, if someone wants my vehicle for 2 hours, they could book it for 2 hours. They'll be charged for a day, but they could reserve it for 2 hours. If they want it for 5 days, 7 days, 20 days, 60 days, there's no minimum, there's no maximum that I've selected. Again, part of my thought process with this is I want to be as available as possible. So this is the way I could ensure that. You could do, you can also have a minimum 1 day trip, 2 day, 3 day, 5 day trip. I used to have it at 1 day. I just flipped it to any. Again, I just want to be as available as possible. For a longest trip, again, you could do no more than 5 days, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 months, or you could do any. So I have it at any. And then with this next setting here for weekend trip duration, it says require longer weekend trips. So what that means is if someone books a vehicle on Friday, they'll have to have it for at least 2 days. So they would have to keep the vehicle until Sunday. I know a lot of people that do that, and there's nothing wrong with that. But with me, again, I want to appear in as many searches as possible. So I don't require a 2 day weekend trip. If someone wants it for a day, I'll take a day. And a lot of this also, what factors into this is your daily rate. So if, let's say your vehicle is going out for $35, $40 a day, and then after Turo's cut, most people are on a 75% plan, meaning we as Turo hosts get 75% of the daily rate, and then Turo gets 25%. So if you're reserving your vehicle for $40 a day, after Turo gets their cut, which would be $10 in that case, you're left with $30. You may not want to go through the hassle of a 1 day trip if someone's literally just going to book it for a 1 day. So in that case, it may warrant that, hey, you know what? I require a minimum 2 day on a weekend, or a minimum 2 day just in general here on the trip duration. So whatever you decide, but for me, my price point's high enough where I'm willing to get that 1 day booking. And then long-term trips. So with this one, you do want to appear for those that are looking for longer trips. I don't know if in Turo's algorithm that means 30 days, 15 days, two months, but I have it checked so that way if someone is looking for a longer trip, my car will show up in that particular search. The next thing that I'm going to go over here will be pricing and discounts. So with this one, if you look here, so I'm going to set up on automatic pricing, which means Turo will adjust your vehicle price based on season. If it's slow, it'll be on the low end. If it's busy, it'll be kind of at the higher end of the spectrum. So the price range, as you can see here for my vehicle, is as low as $70 or as high as $150. So Turo would automatically price it within that price range. Now, with the price range, as you can see here, Turo recommends $35. I'm not going to rent my vehicle out for $35 a day. Just not worth it. So I don't know how many people follow the minimum that Turo recommends. It's obviously pretty low, so we're not going to make money if we're following that. So what I have is I set my minimum manually to $70. I can adjust it if I'd like, but I'm comfortable with that $70 price point. Now, this doesn't mean that even if it's set up at 70 minimum, let's say I want to get a weekend booking and I want to reduce my price for that weekend or for that month or for the week down to $60, $65, $50, $40, I can do that. But I just don't want Turo to do it for me. If I do it, I'm willing to do it, but I just don't want Turo to price it below what I want, which is $70. So that's the price range for my vehicle. And then, so earlier I mentioned that, you want those last minute bookings. Here's why. Turo allows us as hosts to charge a boost for last minute bookings. So if someone's looking to book my vehicle the same day, they're going to pay a 10% premium. So if my daily rate is $70, they're going to pay an additional $7 per day because they're booking it last minute. It's a 10% price boost. And this has worked for me. So I've had several bookings at the 10%. You could do 5%. You don't have to do a last minute price boost. 10% worked for me, so that's why I'm keeping it at 10%. And then the next thing here is discounts. So with discounts, as you can see here, there's a 3+ day, 7+ day, 30+ day discount. As you can see, I have mine set at 5%, 10%, and 20%. So with this, basically if someone books my vehicle for 3 days, let's say for simple math, each day the daily rate is $100, so $300. They get a 5% discount off of that, so that'd be a $15 total discount. You know, if they book it for 7 or more days, they get a 10% discount. 30 or more days, 20% discount. So these are discounts that have worked for me for most of my bookings. So what I did is I bumped up my discounts and I increased my price. And that didn't really work well for me. Now I did do it when it slowed down in December, January. So that didn't work too well for me. So I went back to what worked previously. So that's how I came up with those discounts. And then early bird. So if someone books my vehicle at least 7 days in advance, so say today is Wednesday, they're looking at booking for the following weekend, so like 10 days out, and they book my vehicle, they get a 5% discount for booking early. Again, you could put no discount or you could do 10% discount. I don't like discounting much, so that's why I have it at 5%. I'm giving some incentive, but not a lot of incentive for guests. So hopefully this video was helpful for everyone, especially those that are thinking about starting Turo. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you on the next video.